Classic era Azeroth truly is a weird and wonderful place. One minute you're facing off against Eggman in a Chernobylized underground city, and the next you're on the other side of the planet slaughtering entire tribes of pigmen for reasons I still don't understand as an Alliance player, to be honest. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether it's escorting a Swedish dwarf to Menethil Harbour or escorting entire troll tribes into the Shadow Realm, there's always an adventure out there waiting for you in Vanilla WoW, and for me, the adventure just keeps on getting better. I'm Vulgrin, and I invite you to join me once again, my friends, as we continue our fresh vanilla playthrough. There will be victory, there will be loot at last, and there will also be the most bizarre boss fight in our adventure so far. These blades of lighting all over the place, and then I get one hit in and then he just starts blades of lighting again. So continuing from where we last left off, I had completed the first wing of the Scarlet Monastery in a quest for loot and glory. I got the glory, but I wasn't so lucky with the loot. Honestly, not a big deal for me. I'm mature, I wasn't really bothered. Okay, so maybe I was a bit bothered. I wanted some upgrades, and at this point in my journey, this was becoming a necessity. Running around with a Stanley knife in one hand and a fucking hammer in the other, I looked more like Bob the Builder than a legendary rogue of fame and renown. Fortunately, once you get into the early level 30s, you gain access to an ever-widening pool of interesting and varied dungeons from which to obtain a variety of offensive weaponry. My first adventure took me to Gnomeregan, the irradiated gnomish city where the number of bosses is almost as high as the number of uranium-235 atoms floating around in your body by the time you leave. Jokes aside, I completely forgot just how expansive Vanilla Noma is. It's one of those dungeons, much like Sunken Temple, that is chock full of random corridors and giant rooms where a bunch of fungal midgets lie in wait to ambush you, much like a band of roaming British youths.
We'll find out who you are, we'll tie you down up and we're gonna fucking bomb it!
Gnomeregan is also full of loot, which I totally got my hands on, right? Right? Of course not, it's me! I feel like fucking Santa giving out gifts to the members of my groups for being good boys and girls. The only difference being that I do this every fucking day of the year when I run the dungeons, and I do it unwillingly. Case in point, I had been mainly hoping to get the Electrocutioner leg from the Gnomeregan dungeon, but instead it went to this other rogue, you know, the same one who accidentally nearly fell to his death before we'd even set foot in the instance. But, you know, grats my gnomish friend, fair play to you. I'll refrain from telling you where you can shove that electrified mechanical appendage. We smashed our way through Gnomeregan with minimal fuss, eventually dealing with High Tinker Buttplug himself. It was a great run, well done my friends. But after my failure once again to acquire any items beyond a large deposit of salt, I decided to take a break from dungeoning and started questing once more. My travels took me eventually to the Shimmering Flats in Thousand Needles, one of my all-time favourite places in Vanilla. The vibes were good, I was feeling chilled out, and I even enlisted the help of a Swede to keep me entertained whilst I levelled. My boy.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. How's it going over there in Sweden, other than listening to Bass Hunter? Sitting on the computer, playing lots of Dota.
Yeah.
What are the actual lyrics to that song?
He's singing about sitting on Ventrilo.
Yeah,
and
he's
playing
on
Dota.
That's it. Doesn't it even have like the troll Dota character in the background going, "I hear ya, man."
Like in Sweden, that was like what everybody would listen to when I was in like middle school.
I can imagine.
There was also a song, Swedish song that somebody made, like from using their pet vulture in Westfall or something, and it was a song about like a bird called Roger.
What the fuck, man?
And like at the end of the song, he ends up getting shot or something. It's kind of tragic.
Oh no. When not discussing Bass Hunter and the merits of mid-2000s Swedish YouTube, I found myself travelling all over Azeroth to complete different quests, and honestly this was so much fun. I know a lot of people dislike how disjointed questing in Vanilla can be, especially compared to the compact quest hubs we would see from the Burning Crusade onwards, but for my own part, I always liked how Vanilla WoW feels like a real world, rather than a game world. It might not be convenient, but I enjoy being in Dustwallow Marsh one moment and then Arathi Highlands the next. Eventually my path led me deep into the warrens of Razorfen Kraul, a dungeon I was really looking forward to running. I have so many great memories of running both Razorfen dungeons on my human paladin back in the day and getting Corpse Maker. Oh, what a holy weapon, right? So I had high hopes of finally getting some loot from this dungeon. Before going in, I thought I'd get myself hyped up and really in that vanilla mindset by listening to some more Swedish WoW music from the early 2000s, as recommended by my boy Timmy. Okay, that's enough internet for one day. Luck was finally on my side in RFK. Finally, it was my time to get some loot like the saucy little pirate I am. Oh. Oh, come on, Luck, be with me. Yes! 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 I don't know why I'm feeling so good about getting a fucking chest. What have we got? Come on, weapon, weapon, weapon for your boy, weapon for your boy. What's in it? Okay, okay, okay. Oh, come on, man. Forest leather chest piece. Hey! I love it when I get a message from one of our main men.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Whoa! Fucking 2 for 2, bitch! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hell yeah! Rogue luck. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Come on, man. Come on, come on. What we got? What we got? Cheese? I'll give it to the fucking warrior. Yeah, I will give you. I'm a friend. Like, people seem to think that based on the videos that I make, right, that I care about loot. I really fucking don't, right? It's all fun and games for me, so. Okay, time to take out, a gamma. Right, the King Piggy. Lord Piglet. Oh, he's not even a Gamagan, is he? He's a Gathalagam. Fuck you, pig! I really like pigs and all animals, by the way. I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way. Oh shit, I'm just straight up tanking him. I'm just straight up tanking him. I don't give a shit. I love the model, by the way. I love, like, the armoured plates. It reminds me almost of that, it reminds me of the pig from Dark Souls 1 that you fist. Ooh! Whoa! Wow! I mean, it's a spirit dagger, TBF. Oh, but still. Fulgrin's luck has changed, my friends. Some of you may laugh at my spirit stamina main hand dagger, but you're clearly just unaware of the esoteric priest-rogue hybrid build I'm going for. Bunch of casuals. After some more questing, I was invited to return to the Scarlet Monastery once again by a group of highly skilled dungeoneers who were clearly impressed by my ability to press both Sinister Strike and Slice and Dice when required. Little did I know that this foray into the monastery would end up with us clearing the graveyard, the library, and even facing off against the big red Chad himself, Herod, in the armory.
Release the hounds!
Release the hounds! Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was going to say, one thing I have absolutely learned to accept with WoW lately, though, is that with so many versions to play, just enjoy what you want to enjoy at any given time. And, like, you know, and then if that kind of fades for a little bit, then, you know, do another one if that's what you're going to do. Let's say we're talking about retail, like, you've got raid number 1 that comes out at the start of the expansion. Have it that to get to raid number 2, you need to get, like, a key that is dropped from a certain boss in raid number 1. You know? Or you need to, like, the best way of doing it is have it that it's like raid number 1 is a fire area, but raid number 2 is like an ice area, but there's frost resistance that drops from raid number 1, or like an item that you need to put on your gear to enchant it. Do you know what I mean? So, like, give people a reason to do it. Elated by our successes and buoyed up by the words of encouragement from my personal IKEA representative, we took the plunge and entered the armory. We threw down the gauntlet. Herod would fall, or else we would. Now let me just preface this encounter by saying this was the most bizarre, scuffed boss fight I have participated in since at least a week ago. There was so much cheese going on here, I'm surprised the boss didn't drop a full stack of the Chilton Stilton on death. Oh yeah, one last thing. Tim plays a hunter. He's very passionate about hunters because he's been playing one for the last 19 years in World of Warcraft, and he really doesn't like modern Legion Survival Hunter. It might explain a bit about our conversation that we were having during this boss fight. Okay, let's go.
What are you when you are a melee hunter? You are a fisherman.
You're a fucking axe thrower or something. Like, I mean, you know, I get what you mean though. Like, what would have been cool would have been if they'd made it that like you had like dual wielded axes or daggers or whatever, and had like abilities that were about like throwing them. But again, though, like you end up with the same problem that has always existed, which is like, what is the point? What the fuck is going on here? Jesus Christ! Sorry, we're trying to fight Herod, and it's very, very strange.
Blades of light.
But yeah, like, what is the point of having a class that can do half and half if like none of them work as well as the other? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's like the disc priest in like, I think, what was it? Was it Kata? Like,
Is that all?
if you're playing something where you know you can do DPS and heal, then you know you've got to do one worse or better than the other, haven't you? Oh my god, we're doing like the kiting technique on Herod, and it's just fucking hilarious.
Blades of light.
Let me guess, it's not working very well.
It is working, but he's just like running at like 1,000% speed. It's like he's just off his nut on like fucking, I don't know, all the drugs. He's blades of lighting all over the place, and then I get one hit in, and then he just starts blades of lighting again. Fuck. And then I just start throwing daggers at him. I feel like I'm playing a survival hunter right now, as it was intended, just throwing daggers at the guy. He's fucking all over the spot. He keeps running at the fucking mage. Let me hit him. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
The thing is, though, like, you'd say that about Survival Hunter, but the thing is nobody uses, like, 2 melee weapons. It's
Yeah.
all arm.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah. Well, you could... Kalawak, fish and derby, bitch.
Blades of light.
You're Solomon Vandy from Blood Diamond.
Oh, what the damn it. Like, I cannot hit him because he keeps fucking blades of lighting all over the spot.
Blades of
Ugh. This is like the weirdest boss fight I've ever done in a dungeon. Like, we're just... I can't actually describe to you what I'm seeing on screen right
light.
now.
Give me strength.
But he's
Herod
just...
is very strange.
he's just like racing around
Blades of light.
this circle. Like, hang on, Louisa's just come in here. I've got to get her to have a look at this because he's just fucking stupid. I'm like chasing him around the room, like throwing daggers at him. I feel like fucking ridiculous.
I hope you're recording.
Yeah, I am recording. Like, can you have a look at this? Can you come here a second? I want you to have a look at this. Just come in from work, right? No context. What am I seeing, right? This guy, right? Just watch what he does. So they're trying to kite this boss, yeah, because he's really, really wary and he's a high level. But watch what happens, yeah. So I can't attack him. I've got to stay away. Watch what he does here. He's gonna fucking run like Usain Bolt. Look, what the fuck is that? Like, oh god, he's gonna do it as well.
Blades of light.
And then he'll just stop and randomly shout blades of light and start fucking whirling his shit around like he's doing the helicopter. I think we're gonna get him. I think we're gonna get the kill, like. Oh, come on, die, bitch.
Blades of
Oh, no, not blades of light. Not blades of light. I'm gonna get a killing blow with a thrown dagger. I'm gonna 360 thrown dagger him. I'm gonna just run in like a fucking crazy fucker. And that's how it's done. What did he drop? He dropped the helmet. Shit. You'll be wanting that, won't you, one day? Raging
I don't think
Berserker's
he
helm.
drops anything that's useful for you.
No, he doesn't. No one does. I don't get any loot. I've kind of accepted that that's my lot in life. Herod was defeated. Pierced by several hundred throwing daggers, in truth he probably died from fatigue after running across his room during the entire duration of the fight. Whatever the case, victory was ours, and honestly, defeating the big man is the perfect way of wrapping up this video, I think. After all, I need to get on with actually playing the game now, as I have something very special planned for our next episode. You see, all this travelling across Azeroth got me thinking, I better start saving up some money. Our adventures are going to take us far and wide as we work our way to level 60. There's a lot of distance to cover, and as a wise Dunmer once said, why walk when you can ride? Gentlemen and singular lady watching my videos, hi mum, thanks for watching. As always, I really appreciate your ongoing support with this series, and it makes it so enjoyable for me to keep going. If you watch to the end, then I have a secret special question just for you as a loyal viewer. What name should we give to our horse when we eventually get to level 40 and buy ourselves a mount? Think on it, guys, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Be well, my friends. Bye-bye.